Yes, sir, we are back once again. This is your boy Juice Lee with another edition of the J.U.I brand vlog. This is episode number 9, coming into you hot as hell. Now that we have all the pleasantries out of the way, we can really get into it. This week on the interwebs, I came across a guy who got stuck in the Sahara Desert and decided, okay, since my car is broke, I'm gonna make a motorcycle. With only a few tools and a hacksaw, it took him like 12 days to finish this motorcycle. Now the catch is, this bike only drives in reverse. He had to compensate for a couple of things, because obviously you're not gonna have optimal conditions building a motorcycle out of a broke down car. So after he builds this bike, he has like half a liter of water left and he's driving out of the desert. While he's on the road driving out of the desert, he gets pulled over by the police for driving an illegal vehicle. But if you think about it, that's what really saved his life. If you want to read more about the story, then you can check the description below. I got a link right there, and yeah, that's pretty much what's up. Next order of business today is the Solar Impulse plane. This plane is a plane that primarily runs completely off of solar energy. It doesn't need any fuel, and it can fly day and night. Also, the crazy thing about this plane is it's not really some new technology. They've been kind of developing this thing since about the 70s. So far, they've been able to get this plane to fly 26 hours non-stop, which is kind of crazy if you think about it, because the distance between California and Australia is about 16 hours and 30 minutes in flight time. Later on this year, it's set to cross the Mediterranean Sea with the hopes of, in 2014, being able to fly around the world non-stop. I can only imagine what it would be like to have a large commercial jetliner that runs solely on solar energy. Pretty ill stuff. Next item on the interwebs this week is quantum levitation, or rather quantum trapping. It's a little technology that I found where they've been able to superconduct the sapphire crystal and pretty much make it perfectly levitate. You remember the speeder bikes in Star Wars, and you remember the surfboards, or the rather skateboards in Back to the Future. Pretty much this is a step in creating that. Check out the video below. It tells you kind of everything that they did. They're in development of making this technology wider and larger, and that's pretty much what's up. Next thing on the interwebs this week is the Marvel Heroes MMO that's been announced. They've been showing a couple trailers for it. As you can see below, what's going on is it's basically a Diablo style game where, yeah, you're gonna get to create your own character with customizable abilities, but you also get to use one of the 8,000 Marvel characters that are already in the universe's continuity. The cool thing about this is going to be the fact that they're going to buck the system. I mean, everybody that comes out with an MMO, they say they're going to buck the system. We're going to buck the system. We're going to do something different. We're going to not have this or that or whatever. But everyone seems to still follow the same format. What they're going to do is they're not going to have any type of chores. So that's pretty much kind of what's going to be a cool thing about it. Let's see how that pans out after we get past the fact of everyone wanting to be Wolverine, Spider-Man, Hulk, or Iron Man. In another news, we got the Arkham City Game of the Year Edition that's come out this week. Batman Arkham City Game of the Year Edition is available now, which includes the new DLC pack for Harley Quinn, which is pretty much the only thing I need to complete the circle of life here. If you haven't played Arkham City, you really need to play it. It's an awesome game. I've beaten the hell out of it. I need to beat it some more because there's a whole bunch of Easter eggs that even if you haven't beaten it, that still haven't been discovered. So that's kind of a little cool thing there. So also pretty much check that one out right there. Dude, sorry. And that brings me to the question of the week. The question of the week this week, even though I don't really have a segue, is if you could talk to anyone, living or dead, for 2 hours, who would you talk to and what would you talk about? And that is my time, people. Want to thank you for checking out the show. Leave comments, rate it, subscribe, do all those things. All my social media contacts are in the links below. Every link to all the stories I covered today are in the links below. You can check me out, Wear Radio, Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. I'm doing these shows every single Wednesday as well. Can't give you an exact time, but that's pretty much what's going on. So, let me get rid of this right here. Yeah, and until next time, I don't know.